Psalm 103. Verse 1. Start at verse 1. Good place to start at the beginning. It says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless His holy name." That's a good song. We used to sing that song. And we'd sing that song, and we'd sing that song, and we'd sing that song, and sing that song, and sing that song. We always sang that song. But it says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul." He's telling his soul, bless God. What is to bless something? In this case, it's to kneel down, to submit yourself. Submit yourself to God. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Soul here being yourself, your appetites, your mind, desire, emotions, or passions. He's telling his soul, he's telling his desires, kneel down to God. Because what can happen? Bless the Lord, O my soul. You can bless something else. How many knows you can bow down to something else? Your desires can give in, bow down and give in, and submit themselves to other things in life. How many of you have ever blessed your temper, oh my soul? Blessed your fear. Blessed your aggravation. Blessed your lust. Blessed your depression. Blessed your whatever. You've knelt down to whatever it is, but it wasn't the Lord. And with that, when we go farther down, we get all the benefits of that. Have you ever had all the benefits of depression? I have. And the benefits are grand. They're not great, but they're grand. They're big. I didn't say, nothing great about them. You're just depressed. You're melancholy. You're, tired all the time. I would yawn all the time. I was just, didn't want to go anywhere, couldn't go anywhere. I was just depressed. Just stuck in a rut and depressed and just blah. Oh, what benefits. But we'll do it over and over and over again. How many things do you bless in your life? This says soul, your mind, your appetites, desires, emotions, passions. Bless God. And then it says, "And all that is within me, bless His holy name." There you go. All that's within me. There's a lot of stuff in you. And He's saying, soul, everything else that's in me, bless God. How many different things? You see, first He's going to my emotions. Now He's going to everything else that I do. My attitudes, the life that I live. How many other things in your life? You bless everything else. We try and do everything else except walk with God. And I know it's hard. It's hard to not walk with God. For me, it's hard to lose your temper. When's the last time I lost my temper? It's been a long, long, long time. Now, my wife said this the other day. I was really, really tired, didn't sleep good, I got fussy. But I don't ever lose my temper, I just get fussy. I'm not my normal happy self. I'm reading, we had some stuff come in and I had to read over some things we had to do, and it wasn't the information that they said you have to do this, but didn't give me the information of what I had to do and how. It was just, we need this done. Well, you got to do better than that. How do I do this? What do I do? And see, I'm getting fussy all over again. This is the extent of my fussy. This is what I get. But it's so big a change for her. You need to go get some sleep. Please take a nap. Please do something. But that's the extent of my fussy. But even that, it's not blessing God. It's not walking with Jesus. It's not walking with the Lord. How many things in your life don't bless God? And what I was saying is, it's hard to lose your temper. You got to work at it. It's hard to be depressed. You have to work at it. As a Christian, you have to work at it. You have to make a choice that this is what I'm going to do. Let me believe that. For a Christian to be happy, to be joyful and peaceful, if you walk with God, it's no choice. You just are. As you walk with the Lord, whoso trusts in the Lord, happy is he. That's not, it is a choice, but it's just natural. For me, I'm a naturally happy-go-lucky kind of guy. You know, I figured out years ago I have a 90% rule. If I get it 90% done, good enough for me. Let's go on, you know, let's go eat. let's go have some cookies. You know, let's go do something. And I made the mistake on purpose of telling my wife I work under a 90% rule. It took me a long, yeah, I know you knew.
Why you have to tell me?
Well, I knew that you knew, but I had to put a name to it. I had to actually make it something tangible to tell her, I know this is here, so make me accountable on this thing. And then I made the stupid mistake of telling Dennis one day, and he emailed me, he said, is this a 90% thing you got going? Dennis, shut up. No, it's not. Shut up. Just leave me alone. So he was texting back and forth. But I told my wife that on purpose because it was something I have to make myself do. That's 90% is normal for me. And I'm the baby of the family. And I call it the baby syndrome. If we sat and went over your life, you probably have a lot of the baby syndrome. Because I'm years old and I still have it. You know, I still work on it. But it's just certain things I say the babies do, and I'm happy-go-lucky. You know, if it gets done, it gets done. I've learned a little more to be goal-oriented, but I don't get all bent out of shape about it. You know, it's not. I'm looking at her face. I do not get bent out of shape. You know, my feathers don't get ruffled. If it gets done, it gets done. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So what I'm saying is that's natural for me. I'm a happy person. But as a Christian, we should be happy people. You know, we have our personalities, but we go beyond that into what's normal as a saved person. Normal for us should be peace, joy, loving people, being happy. Trusting the Lord to take care of us. That's normal. To do outside of that for a Christian is work. That's why David is saying here, bless the Lord. He's telling his soul, you bless God. You submit yourself to God. How many of us need to tell our emotions, it's time for you to submit to God. Just shut up and do what you're supposed to do. Just shut up and act right. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think. I don't care what's going through your mind. I don't care what my desires and passions are. You're going to submit yourself to the Lord. Sometimes it's a choice. Sometimes you just have to take hold of it and say, this is what's what. So he says, bless the Lord, all that's in me. Everything else, all the other attitudes, all the other things that I want to do, all the other stuff that I'd love to do, but I know I shouldn't do, but it's not so bad. If nobody finds out, then, well, no, maybe not. And, you know, we ever bounce back and forth on that seesaw. You go back and forth, well, I ought to do it, but you know I really shouldn't do it, but I like this. But yeah, but you know it's not the best thing, but why not? Nobody's watching, but God's watching. Has anybody else had these crazy conversations in their head? I have. I've had these conversations. And at some point, that's all that's in me is going to decide one way or another. Bless God or bless yourself. I'm going to kneel down to God and submit my life to Him, or I'm going to kneel down to something else and submit my life to it. So he says, bless the Lord, O my soul, all that's within me, bless His holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all His benefits. This is all the stuff that can come with it. And the thing here is, your soul can forget the benefits. There are benefits there to forget. Because we'll do things that are just not the smartest. Thinking, because we'll never think, if I do this, it's going to take me here. That's why we have to keep in mind, what are the benefits of walking with the Lord? And let me tell you, stop right here, right now, and say, benefits come with walking with God. When do they come? I don't know. That's not written in stone.
Perfect time.
At the perfect time. He's an ever-present help in time of need. He always shows up right on time. He always shows up when you need it, when you should have it. But the benefits, the things that come right away, love, you've got the love of God, joy, you've got the joy of the Lord, and peace. You've got peace that passes all understanding. That's available to you instantly. The rest of the benefits, when do they come? When they come. But they're there. Some come quickly, some come off and on, some come constantly, some wait a while. When do they come? I don't know. I can't answer that, if A plus B, if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. You can't put a timeline on it, but God knows when exactly to show up, to bring and pour out His benefits. There's a time to walk with God. All He says is don't forget the benefits. He doesn't say, well, if the benefits don't come, go the other way. He said, bless God and don't forget the benefits. They're there. Make sense? Let's go on. What are the benefits? Bless the Lord and forget not all His benefits. Bless God, verse 3, who forgives all thine iniquities, who heals all thy diseases. He forgives all your iniquities. What's the biggest thing in life that people deal with? What is it? You were mouthing.
Condemnation.
Condemnation, exactly. Guilt. What makes someone depressed? What makes people beat down in life? What makes them fearful? Guilt. I've seen people drink to try and get rid of guilt. Seen them do drugs. Seen them lose their minds, trying desperately to get rid of guilt. Watch them get depressed. Watch them commit suicide, or know of people that have committed suicide because of guilt, because of sin, because of all the stuff that I've got on me and I just can't get off. The load that's on them. The first benefit is what? He forgives all my iniquities. All the stuff that I'm in. All the stuff that I've done. All the stuff that I'm going through. He forgives. Greatest thing ever happened to me was forgiveness. I needed it. I don't know about you, but I needed it. And I wasn't even that bad. As sinners go, you know my story. I wasn't that bad. I have friends that I could put you in touch with. You want bad sinners. I give you some bad sinners. I have friends that walk with God now that you think, man, they just drug-induced stupors. I have friends that don't walk with, no guys that don't walk with God burn their brains out in drugs. So forgiveness is a big thing. How many of us walk in forgiveness? I never forget that benefit. I have forgiveness of sins. So when the devil comes at you and says, you did this? Yep. You thought this? Yep. You went this way? Yep. What do? One of the benefits. I have forgiveness. All my iniquities, everything that's in me, everything that grabs me, everything that takes hold of me, everything that I've struggled with and fought with, He forgives. Forgiveness of iniquity, forgiveness of sin. Greatest thing you'll ever have in your life. Because what does that do? Opens up the door one day for you to get to heaven. While you're here, opens up the door for you to get in the throne room to be able to touch God. To be able to meet with God and get your needs met. Have a relationship with Him. I don't know about you, but I like that. I like knowing that He's on my side. That I can walk in and say, Lord, I need You. And it's not just a trite saying. It's not just a little saying that, oh, yeah, I know we're supposed to have this, but nope, I have it. I know. Like the battle we went through this week. I told Rosie, I just kept telling her, the pressure is just on us both. But I know by the battle that there's a victory here. I knew by the battle that everything was fine. Everything was going to come out okay. She was having the same battle, just looking at it from a different perspective. And knew, we were going on from here. So there was a lot of things on this. But knowing I can walk into the throne room and say, God, I need You. And Him tell me, she's fine. She's fine. The Lord kept telling me, she's okay. She's okay. You think I'd get it. And I kept saying to myself the whole week,